Hey y'all, I want to know, do you like collecting, organizing, and analyzing student data? You're probably looking at me like, Marcy, that does not sound fun. I don't really know that many teachers, unless you're like a full-on data nerd, that loves to do that. Because here's the problem that as teachers, what we have run into. You spend maybe an hour or so administering an assessment. Then you have to spend hours upon hours of your own time actually grading those assessments. And then you have to spend even more of your own time recording those grades, analyzing the data, filling out RTI reports, sending a note to parents, and all the things that we are required to do as teachers, right? And it's so time consuming. And so my goal here today is to share with you a game changer that I used in my classroom that it completely changed the way I assessed my students. I cannot wait to share this tip with you. So give this video a thumbs up down below, hit that subscribe button, and let's dive in and get started. Hey y'all, welcome back. My name is 𝗕𝗲 𝗦𝗲𝗃, and I am the teacher author behind 𝗙𝗰𝗲𝗃.com, and I am sharing with you today one of my favorite data hacks, and that is ESGI. I want to know, have you ever heard of ESGI? I learned about ESGI software several years ago. I was actually presenting at the 𝗕𝗃 conference in Las Vegas, and several of the presenters and people that I had worked with during that time, they kept talking about ESGI. And I'm like, what is this tool? I have never heard of this before. And so ESGI at the time, they actually had a booth there set up at 𝗕𝗃. So I made my way over there to check it out because I wanted to know what all this buzz was about. And so what I learned was that ESGI was an online data assessment company. So what it is, it's a website that literally has thousands upon thousands pre-made assessments aligned to Common Core standards, the Texas Teks, and so much more. And you could choose an assessment and administer it to your students, and it would automatically grade it for you. It would automatically calculate all of your data. You would have instant parent downloads, instant activities to use with those assessments, and so much more. It was a huge game changer, and I knew that this was something that I wanted to try to implement into my classroom. So this took place during July. So I signed up for a free trial with ESGI and started immediately using it in my classroom and noticed a huge difference. So I want to kind of share why I would even use a program like this. Specifically, I'm going to talk about ways that you can use it for math. So as you guys know, I'm a guided math guru, and I absolutely love teaching math in small groups. But the problem with guided math is that we don't have national math standards to go on, or math levels to help us organize and group our students. When we are forming our small groups for guided math, we have to use a mix of data in order to be able to group our students properly so that we can meet individual student needs. And so prior to this, I was using pencil and paper, pre and post assessments, which I still use, but ESGI was just another tool that I could put in my pocket. And so what I could do was I could administer a test to my students as a pre-test. Then I could use the data that it automatically calculated for me. I didn't have to grade it myself. It automatically calculated it, and then I could use that data to help me form my small groups for tiered instruction. And like I said, it was a total game changer. So I used it in my class for 1 year. Then the next year I was back at 𝗕𝗃, and I went up to that booth again, and I was talking to them about how I had used it in my classroom. and they said, we're looking for someone to help us create second grade assessments for ESGI. And so that was probably 5 or 6 years ago. And I became a friend of ESGI. So what that means is I actually created the second grade math and ELA assessments that are on the ESGI platform. And all of my assessments are aligned to the Texas TEKS, and then there's also a set of assessments that align to Common Core standards. So I wanted to give you guys kind of a sneak peek inside of what ESGI looks like and how you can use it in your own classroom. So if you are not already an ESGI user, what you can do is you can click on the description below this video, and it is going to take you to a link where you can sign up for a 60-day free trial to use ESGI in your classroom. It automatically has my promo code SaddleUp attached to it so that you will automatically get that extended free trial. So let me show you how it works. When you click on the link below, this is what the page looks like that it's going to take you to. You can click here to create your free trial. You do not have to enter your credit card information. It's not going to charge you with anything once your trial period is up. But signing up for a free trial is a great way that you can kind of go in and play around with it and see if this would be a good fit for your classroom or even your school district. So once you create a free trial, you're going to log into your account, and at first it's going to look like this. Mine looks a little bit blank because I'm actually kind of just going to do a demo with you guys to show you how easy it is for you to create your class and upload your students. So the first thing you're going to want to do is import your students into ESGI. Over here on the left-hand side, you're going to see a section tab that says All Students. You can click on that plus sign. You can upload students individually here, or you can select this Upload File button. When you do that, you have the option to download a pre-made template from ESGI, and it's going to look like this. They're going to provide you with a blank template, and you can enter your students' information. Quick and easy. This took me maybe 5 minutes to do. It did not take me long. And shout out, high five, if you recognize any of the students in my current class. So what you're going to do is you're just going to quickly type in students' names, information, and then you're going to click Save. You're going to come back to ESGI, and you can upload that roster from that CSV file, and it is going to automatically add all of your students into ESGI over here on the left-hand side. From there, you are going to now add your students to your class. So you can see up here, maybe you are departmentalized and you are teaching multiple groups of students. So you could have like class A and class B. So to do that, you just click on Add Class, give that class a name. You can select those students like this, click Move, and it's going to move them over. So like, let's just say, for example, this is class A, and you can click Save. So then over here on the left-hand side, you can click on class A, and those 3 students that I selected are going to appear at the bottom under All Students. Another thing that I love about this is I talked about how I use ESGI data to help me form my small groups for math. You can also create different groups of students, and I wanted to show you how easy that is to do. So I'm going to click on the plus sign, and I'm going to add a group. So let's say, for example, my guided math groups were always grouped by animals. So let's say lions were these 4 students. I'm going to click Move, and I'm going to click Save. From there, then let's see, I have monkeys, and that's going to be those 5 students. And I'm just going to do one more. For example, tigers are going to be these 5 students. So you can actually create groups for your students based on what group they are in your small groups. Now, once you have your student list uploaded, you've got your classes created, now it's time to kind of play around with the Test Explorer and show you what that looks like. So you're going to notice up here, you're going to see some tabs. These are the tabs that are automatically just kind of imported into your account. If this is something that does not apply to you, so like for example, if you only teach math and you don't need phonemic awareness, you can click on the 3 dots and you can click this Hide Subject tab. You can also add a subject, so you can click on that tab and give it a name. I created one just a few minutes ago that says Math for 2nd grade, and that's why this looks blank. So I am going to show you how you can browse through the pre-made tests and how you can easily create your own. So you're going to click on this button where it says Add Test. From here, maybe you are looking for a specific standard. So if you teach in Texas, I'm just going to kind of go by the Teks, and these are going to be based on the assessments that I've created. So let's say you are looking for an assessment for TEK 2.4 or 2.3. So you can see here are all of the assessments that align with that. Maybe you're looking for place value. It's going to change it, and you can see that here. Over here on the side, you can see the number of questions that are also in that assessment. If you're looking for assessments that I created, you could type my name. And all of the assessments that I created are going to populate here. So these are all of the ELA assessments. I'm going to scroll way down because math just happens to be at the bottom. And I am going to choose a test to add to my dashboard. So let's do telling time to the nearest minute. This one's got 11 questions. So if you click on it, it's going to bring you up to the test preview. You can see the questions that are going to be asked. So how this would work is you will display the test on your screen, and then the students are going to read the time orally. And the directions will be here on the test intro page. So let's pretend that this is the assessment we want to use. You can click over here to add it to the subject tab that you want it to fall under. And I am going to click Done. So now you're going to notice that that test appears here in my dashboard. So now what I want to do is I want to choose the student that I am going to assess. So you can come over to your class list, your groups, all your students, however you want to do it. I am going to choose someone from my Lion group, and let's assess Chase. So you'll notice that when I clicked on a student name, that the test button turned blue. You're going to click Test, and this is what is going to appear. Now, ESGI does have a student screen where they cannot see what answers you choose, and they also have a brand new self-assess feature, which I'll show you in just a minute. But this is going to be the test introduction page, and you are going to click on the blue button that says Start Test. You are going to notice that down at the bottom of your screen, you have 2 buttons. One says Y for yes, one says N for no. There is also a section where if you notice a student might make a mistake, or if there's something that you want to take note on, you can type those notes here. So like for example, I might say student says 8:20 instead of 8:50. So, because I jotted down that note, we're going to say that they read this particular time, they read it incorrectly. So I'm going to hit N for no. It's going to automatically move it to the next question. I'm just going to quickly go through these here. All right, so you can see it automatically graded this assessment that Chase just took. From here, you can click on View Test Details. One of my favorite things is it'll generate flashcards for you. So let me show, if you click on that, what it will do. It is going to generate flashcards of all of the questions that Chase missed. So you can download these and you can send them home for kids to practice with along with a parent letter. You can also see that it's going to put your data right here under Chase's name. So when you click on it, all of Chase's assessments are going to be shown here. You can see what percentage he got correct, incorrect. You can click on details and you can see which answers he got correct or incorrect, just kind of at a glance. You can click on test history. Now, over here on the right-hand side, you are going to see multiple options. First, let me show you where it says Launch Student Screen. So, a minute ago, when I showed you that assessment, you could see, the student could see if I was hitting yes or no. You can use the student screen mode. What your students are going to need are going to be their own device. So maybe they're sitting at a different computer or they're using an iPad. They are going to go to ESGISS.com. From there, they are going to enter the code on that screen. And then when you do that, it's going to pop up the same questions are going to pop up, but the teacher or your student cannot see if they got it correct or incorrect. And then you can choose whether or not you want your students to see their results. A brand new feature that ESGI just came out with is their student self-assess. So that means that your kids can actually take this assessment on their own. You do not have to administer it for them. All right, so from there, you can generate a parent letter in English and Spanish based on this assessment that Chase just took. So I can click here, I can click View Parent Letter, and it's going to automatically kind of auto-populate with text and information. If you choose to download the parent letter, then you can edit the text, you can add your own comments, and more. Another really cool thing that you can do is you can create individual student bingo cards using these assessments. So all you have to do is click right here where it says bingo, click Let's Begin, choose your class, choose your groups, choose your own students, whatever it might be. You can choose whether you want 2 bingo cards per page, what size you would like for it to be, choose the difficulty level, and so much more. And then from here, you can download the game. And you are going to see, so here is your call sheet for the teacher to use. And then here are bingo cards that you can use with your students during small groups. And you can see here it has their name on it. And so each card is going to automatically be generated to look different. How awesome is that? It's already all done for you. Okay, let's go back. You can also create flashcards. You can access student details, student progress. Over here, you can generate group grades. You can access pie charts and all kinds of student data reports that you can download and print off at a click of a button so that you can take to RTI meetings, parent meetings, and so much more. Okay, now I want to show you how you can see your class data like at a glance using the same assessment. So we already did Chase, so now let's do Monica. All right, Monica is going to take this exact same test. We're going to go through, again, like you can type notes. I'm going to go through here. All right, so Monica took her assessment. Again, you can view test details, history, and all the things. Once I close that out, if you go back up to your class tab, you are going to notice that over here in your dashboard area, this changed. So you can see 2 out of your 21 students have been assessed. And this is going to show you an average of all of your students and how they did on that assessment. From there, you can come over here again to the right-hand side and you can download any of these reports for your entire class at once rather than individually. So there you have it. That is kind of an inside sneak peek of ESGI and what it looks like and how you can use it to assess your students in your classroom. I would not share this as a resource for you if I truly did not believe in it. It was so easy to administer these assessments to my kids. I can do it one-on-one. Now with the self-assess, students can easily do it themselves as well. And because all of the assessments are really short, they didn't take up a lot of time. So I could assess my students during small group. I could easily take my phone, pull up ESGI, and I could assess students while they're standing in line to go to the bathroom. It was that easy. And I didn't waste hours of my time grading and analyzing all of that data because ESGI does it all for me. So ESGI is definitely a tool that you need in your classroom. I would love for you to check it out. So click on the link below. Sign up for your 60-day free trial using the promo code SADDLEUP. After that 60-day free trial is over, if you use my promo code, it's also going to give you an extended discount and lots of other perks as well. So click on that link below, sign up for your trial today. If you have any questions at all, leave me a comment and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a blessed one. Bye.